Beetle. Thank you so much for buying my Pride Pup base. In this little tutorial, I'm just going to show you how to put your own character on it, how to set it up, and yeah, and also with uploading. So if there's anything I don't cover in this video, feel free to hop over onto my Discord, and you can ask me questions there, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. But yeah, so when you open up your Unity page, it's going to look like this. I've got a bunch of info here. You can join my Discord through this link. And these will have QR codes for the videos that I'm currently recording. And so it's going to look like this when you open up the scene. And so if there was a certain preset you really liked, you can edit from there, or you can start from scratch with the default, which is what I'll be doing. I'm going to be putting Beetle on this base. And so the back row is the Quest versions, front row is the PC versions. So I'm just going to hide everything. So you just select everything and then check this box over here. And that's just so I can hide everything and work with only one model. So we have our default model here. And to keep all the material settings and everything, I like to keep things separate. And I already have my two textures in here. And I've selected both of them and changed it from 2048 to 4096. Just so it's like higher quality texture. So we're going to go to Pride Pup and then textures and materials, prefabs, and then we can go to default here. And you'll see we've got our materials here and then also the Quest materials there. So I would hold Control and select everything you want to duplicate. Then you do Control D. And then what I do is I then drag and drop that into the assets on the left so that when you go all the way back, it's over here. Then I would create a folder. I'm just going to call it Beat for Beetle. And we're going to select those things we just duplicated, put it in here. I usually take all the materials out, and then I can just delete the folder here. And so we have our duplicated textures that we're going to put on this prefab here. So we're going to select this, hit Control D again. There's going to be a default. You can hide the original, and then you can rename this to whatever you want. And then we're going to right click and do Unpack Prefab Completely. Make sure there's nothing down here in the blueprint ID. You can't see, but I'm blocking it, but it's there. And so now we can start working. So I'm going to grab my textures and I'm going to put them in the folder that I'm working with. Okay, so they're labeled Quest, and the ones that don't say Quest are for PC. So we're going to do PC first. So you're going to hit Unlock Shader over here for both. Okay, and then so this is the body material. And we're going to drag and drop our body texture into this little block here. And then we're going to scroll down into the emissions here, and we're going to replace the emissions map as well over here. And then we're going to do the same for extras. There we go. And then we're going to find the emissions tab here, open that up, and drop the same texture into the emissions map there. And that's literally it. So then you can drag and drop your body material, and you can drag and drop the extras material. And there's that. And then I have a setting on here that the outlines will always be like a slightly darker color than whatever texture you have on it. So unless you wanted a solid color outline, then you can change that. And if you wanted a solid color outline instead, you can go to outlines and change it from tint, change it back to basic, and then you can pick your color. But I do tint. And then the same goes with your clothing texture, Pride Pup, textures, clothes. We'll do, let's see. So then we've got all of our textures and materials here paired. So identify as queer. So I'm going to put the queer flag on, and then maybe the general pride flag, and then maybe we'll go into the non-flag section and we'll put a pink and white, no, black and white striped crop top. We're feeling cool. Actually, no, we'll keep the BGB, of course. And so now we have all those textures all good. And then what I would recommend is then you would pick your blend shape. So over here, anything under body sliders is of course free game. Everything in Japanese here, that's our MMT sliders. So you don't want to mess with those. And at the very bottom is your arm and leg warmer sliders since they're all attached. Whereas with the crop top and the bandana, you're going to have to go on the left here to click to customize. And that's just for optimization. I needed to combine stuff with the body. But yeah, so I'm going to pick, let's see, we definitely want some eyelashes, some big brows, you know, just setting it up how I want. Chin. I'm going to pull up this slider. So see how the clothes disappear in here? So what you're going to want to do, hold on, let me finish setting up all my long cheek fluff and the squared ears and maybe a little wider, big ears. And that should be good. Yeah, so then what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down and then whatever number you have for the body slider, so like let's say thick was at 72.4, you're going to want to put exactly 72.4 for the matching sliders for the legs and arms. But since I have it up to 100, I just have to pull it all the way up to 100. And then this shrink into the body blend shape, this is, don't touch this unless you, no, actually don't touch it because in game, upload with the clothes showing and you can turn it off immediately in game to take it off. But by default, they'll be on. Yeah, so then we're going to go to the bandana and then the bandana is a bit finicky depending on how you do your sliders. So I have it set up a little differently. So you can adjust the height of the bandana, the width. You can also rotate it up and down depending if you have like the chest fluff showing or anything like that. And then anything that says SPP adjust, don't touch that either because that's just for Substance Painter. And then we're going to go to the crop top and set that to thick as well. And then look at this cool kid. So then we've set up all of our blend shapes. I actually want a thick tail. Thick tail. There we go. And so then that is all set up. Yeah, and that's it. And so here where it says bones 2, make sure that stays hidden. That's just so that the tongue bones are only animated during a certain expression and don't fly out of the mouth when you're walking around. So keep that off. And I would leave the clothes on because when you can test here with Gesture Manager. So you can press play and then click Gesture Manager. And you can see the clothes are on by default, but you can turn it off all in here as you see fit. Yeah. Then there's a bunch of puppets. We've got a toe puppet, ear puppet. We have the idle animations like the whisker wiggle and the ears. The blinking, don't turn that on in the avatar descriptor because they're hand animated blinks for each expression. So it depends actually what the expression is and how it blinks. So don't mess with that unless you want to. There are technically eye bones in the rig. So if you want to add an eye look, for example, you can do it here, and then you can set the eye bones, and then you can pick. You can set that up as you please. I prefer it off, especially because in game you can turn the follow me look off. So I leave it as is. All right, so you can. Yeah, you're ready to upload, and so you can click here into the builder. It'll say something like streaming maps, and it'll say autofix. You're just going to want to click that, and then you can just hit build and publish for Windows. Since I already have this uploaded, I'm going to just copy and paste the ID in here just so I don't have to upload something fresh. Then we're going to hit build and publish for Windows. If anything pops up about anchor overrides or anything, just allow it. It just makes sure that all the materials look good together. All right, so then once you're ready, you can put what you want here. Make sure to check this and you hit upload. If you wanted to upload an image, which I'm not going to be doing, but I'll show you how it works. You just zoom out and there's a camera already in front of the face. And then what I do is you see these little squares down here? I just change the field of view. And then you can go into the inspector, change solid color, and you can make it prettier. But I already have this. So I'm going to hit upload. And then when this is done uploading, I'll show you then how to upload for Quest. But I would recommend uploading for PC all the way first. It just makes it easier. All right, so now that that is done, now what we're going to do is we're going to, wherever you want to put it, you're going to grab your model and you're going to drag and drop it here to make a prefab of it. So you could get rid of it from your scene if you wanted, and if you want to ever bring it back, you just literally drag and drop it in. And then you're going to duplicate that prefab. You can get rid of, or you can hide the one that you've already used. And then this is going to be the Quest one. So you're going to unpack the prefab again, and I'm going to call it Quest Beat. And so this is going to be the Quest version of your avatar. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your Quest materials that you've duplicated earlier, and you're going to put the corresponding texture on. Then you can switch out the materials, and you'll know that you've switched out the materials because there won't be an outline. If there's an outline, you're still using a PC material. So we're going to go to Pride Pup, Textures, Clothes, Pride Flags, Quest, and then we can put on the proper textures that we wanted here. And the same for the non-flag, Quest, BGB. And then that's literally it. And then you're going to go here and you're going to hit switch target build to Android, hit confirm, and then you're going to wait. Okay. And then once that's done, it'll, as long as it says build and publish for Android, you're able to upload for Quest down here at the bottom. Yeah. And because you duplicated what you had already uploaded, it'll already have a blueprint ID attached right here. And so it'll already upload as the Quest version of your PC avatar, so that when you're in game with your PC avatar, it'll show the Quest avatar. So you're just going to hit build and publish and then wait for that. All right. And then you just check it off and hit upload again, and it should have the same information because you've used the same blueprint ID. And there we go. There you have it. And that's how you upload your very own Pride Pup. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about the tutorial or this avatar or about any avatar I've made, once again, join my Discord. The link is on my Gumroad and my Twitter and everything. Yeah. Enjoy. Have a lovely time. Love you. Bye.